Fear of failure can be deadly to your dreams. Wondering how to overcome fear of failure? Check out this video. My name is Tiffany Toombs. I'm a high-performance mindset coach that has worked with thousands of high performers all across the world master their mindset, let go of the mental blocks that are keeping them stuck so they can truly amplify their legacy and impact in this world. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do to overcome the fear of failure for good. The first exercise is an incredibly powerful one because we forget that as human beings, we actually learn by making mistakes. When you were learning how to walk, you would stand up and then you would fall over. And that's how you learned how to control your muscles in different ways to create balance. The first time you took a step, you fell over and then you got back up and you learned how to balance your muscles so that you could continue taking steps forward. We learn through mistakes. You learn not to touch the hot stove by touching the hot stove and burning your hand. So mistakes and quote unquote failures are not actually the negative thing that we've built them up to be in society. But school teaches us that if we fail something, then we're bad or we're not good enough, and it instills this fear of failure for us. So the first exercise that I want you to do is to make a list of all the things that you've either failed at or the mistakes you've made in the past, the challenges that you've had, in one column. So write all of that in one column. In the second column, I want you to write down, what did you learn from that experience? What skills or knowledge did you gain? And what positives came out of that situation? I have had some terrible things happen to me in my life, and each and every one of them, I can look at them and say they redirected me to something even better in my life. In fact, one of the hardest times in my life, when I found out that I was pregnant and that my boyfriend had a girlfriend in another state on the same day, and then I miscarried the baby, that traumatic experience at that time actually led me to heal myself and be here now with you. I realized that I had been settling in so many areas of my life and that I wasn't living up to my potential. I learned so many powerful lessons from that one experience that it has completely changed and propelled my life to new heights, and it's allowed me to help other people transform their lives as well. So make that list and look at what are the things you've learned, the lessons, knowledge, and skills that you've gained, and what positive came out of that redirection. Remember, sometimes failure is actually redirection and protection wrapped up in a very ugly box. Now, before I share with you the second activity that you can do to overcome the fear of failure, I want to hear from you. Put one of those mistakes or failures in the comments below and let me know what you learned from it. I can't wait to hear. The second thing that we can do to overcome the fear of failure is to make sure that we don't take failure on as our identity. What tends to happen when people make a mistake or they fail at something is they make the failure about them. They say, I am a failure, instead of I've had a failure. The truth is, you're not a failure. Nobody looks at a baby who's learning how to walk and sees them fall over and says, oh, what a loser, they're such a failure. No, we encourage them to get back up. We don't want the baby to make failure their identity. We just want them to know that that time they happened to not get it right. Thomas Edison is a great example of this. He failed 9,999 times at making the light bulb. Nobody in history books says, what a loser this guy was. Why didn't he just give up? We say on the 10,000th time, he figured out how to make the light bulb, and now we all use them in our homes. So there's a couple things you can do to avoid making failure your identity. Firstly, you can just decide to compete against Thomas Edison. Well, if he failed 9,999 times, I'm not stopping until I fail more than him, and I'm pretty sure you will find the solution before then. Or you can watch the way that you frame things up. Instead of saying, I am a failure, which causes your mind to look for more opportunities to fail, you can say, I had a failure and here's how I'm going to change things moving forward. Now, before I share with you the last activity that you can do to overcome the fear of failure, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out brand new content like this every single week to help you truly become the master of your mind. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, if you were somebody who was criticized or bullied or laughed or rejected or made fun of in the past for mistakes and failures, it's likely that you're carrying around some unresolved trauma or some emotional baggage attached to those experiences. You need to heal those experiences so that the thought of future failures or even current or past failures no longer haunt you and trigger you into emotions like shame or guilt or fear or even anger. I personally use techniques like NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, and hypnosis to help my clients go into their unconscious mind and release that emotional baggage so that it's no longer controlling them. I recommend finding a coach or therapist who is trauma-informed to help you on this journey. Now, if you want to go even deeper into releasing fear, imposter syndrome, and even more, I've put together the 5-day Mind Mastery Challenge for you. This absolutely free challenge was designed to give you actual worksheets that you can go through that will dramatically transform your mind and your life. All you have to do to get instant access to the challenge at any time of day is go to nlpworksheet.com or click on the link in the description. Thanks for watching.